Hello, this is Alyona, and recently a girl reached out to me late in the evening asking for my help. The thing is, about a month and a half ago, or a manicure and a half ago, she had an unpleasant incident. She developed inflammation as a result of, as she explained to me, a deep manicure. She brought me nails like this. There was just a hole there. These nails were done at one of the salons in our city as well. They cost a decent amount, a good price, so not cheap. Okay, let's set aside the nail architecture details for now. So here we see a very deep injury, and I'm not quite sure. I didn't immediately understand what exactly happened to her nails. But here I explained to her that if she had an injury and suppuration, then she definitely needs to remove the length, because that's the pressure coming from the free edge, meaning the nails move and then it only gets worse. Well, while I'm doing the removal, I'll tell you what really happened here. The thing is, about a month and a half ago, she went to get a manicure, and during the manicure it was very painful for her. There was bleeding several times, so the procedure was extremely uncomfortable for her. While she was telling me about it, she even winced a little, so the memories were unpleasant. And the manicurist told her that she just has cuticles and skin like that, basically that it would always be this way. Turns out they either cut her or took something out. Within a couple of hours, everything turned red, and she noticed that it was starting to get infected. Next. During the process, she also had pus coming out from there, but the thing is, she just hoped for the best and thought it would go away on its own. A month later, she scheduled another manicure at a new salon, where they covered it up again. They didn't say anything, they didn't explain anything. What was happening at that moment was that she had some kind of injury, dirt got in, there was inflammation, and it became infected. Naturally, a pocket formed under the nail, under the cuticle in the growth area. Everything separated there. The growth area was injured, and the nail cells started to form incorrectly. It's unclear where they start. I looked inside, and it seems endless. The information isn't exact, so I can't say yet when or how this nail will grow. So everything I suggested to her at this stage was to do a cleaning. This is absolutely necessary because I explained that it's basically a pocket and dirt accumulates there, and of course there shouldn't be any length there. That's why we decided to remove the entire manicure and apply some light, quick base coat, because we didn't plan to work with these nails at all. She says, how am I supposed to walk around with just 9 nails now? So we decided to do a quick manicure. Here we'll just do a leveling with a base, a camouflaging base from the Samozami series. We bought many dried flowers for the salon, so now we have lots of colorful bases with cute little flowers. They're beautiful and perfect for a quick manicure. Here you can see me struggling with removal because unfortunately there are cuts on all the fingers. The gel polish was applied very far back and thinly, making it impossible to remove with a large carbide bit. That's why I worked with a small bit and then cleaned everything up with a diamond bit with a red and blue notch. I also used this bit to clean off any remaining gel polish if there was any left, and tried to even out the cuts. I'll definitely show you what the cuts look like on the next finger. Here the middle finger clearly shows us what the cuts look like. So many people confuse the cuts with the pterygium, which supposedly has grown, but that's not the case at all. Pterygium is a thin film that spreads over the nail, while you will never be able to move the cuts with an orange stick. So it's a deformation of the nail plate caused mechanically. Basically, you just need to even them out, cover them, and wait for them to grow out. Of course, cuts are not fatal. No one has ever died from a cut. It will reach the stress zone, and in this area, naturally, the nail will be less resistant to injuries. Well, now you can see how I removed the remaining unstable part of the nail in very small steps, tiny pieces from this affected area. Because there was increased sensitivity, it was very uncomfortable for her. The nail bed was so sensitive that even a light touch with a metal tool without pressure caused very unpleasant sensations. Besides, the girl is very impressionable, young, and this is her first time experiencing something like this. Of course, I fully support ensuring this never happens to anyone. But still, she's just experiencing culture shock, and she was really upset that she would have to go without a nail for some time. but I spent a lot of effort explaining to her that we simply can't and don't have the right to build up a nail on what's left. Because if we clean up one onycholysis, remove one pocket during prosthetics or nail extensions if you like, we'll just create another one exactly the same. And dirt will get in there just the same. Basically, it makes absolutely no sense. You often ask how to explain this to clients, so this is how I do it. So, cleaning is a way to get rid of the empty space where an infection could develop. But if we clean it and then build it up again, we're just putting that empty space back in place. It's just that now it's not made of nail, but of gel. Basically, the circumstances are the same. It will be just as dark, just as moist, and all the conditions will still be there for a new civilization to develop. Well, in general, the ball is in your court. You can explain it to your clients like this. I think it's more than clear, simple, and easy to understand. In the meantime, we're finishing up our cleaning. Wherever we could, we leveled out all the transitions. She was very uncomfortable, even with light touch. As you can see, there's still some inflammation. But this happened because there was a large length of the free edge, the nails were mobile, and it was an excessive load. Everything should start to ease now. While choosing the base, we first considered the pink one, but chose the blue one instead. It's a gentle blue with a purple flower, and there are also blue flowers present. As I mentioned earlier, we mixed a lot of different base options and we actively used them. I know gels with little flowers are sold, but we got creative and now have a whole palette of dried flower options. It looks very delicate and interesting. Clients just love these bases, and we're almost out of them already, even though we mixed a large amount. This is how it will all look. It's normal for the free edge to show through because this is a light, sheer, semi-transparent, camouflaging shade and a quick manicure option when you're short on time or have other plans like us. As you can see, some nails have more flowers and some have fewer. Don't forget to file the tip, this is a must, that way the shape will be sharper and there's less chance of lifting. Here's how our beauties look right now. The client was happy and I'm glad she liked it. It helped her relax a bit. Then I explained how important it is to use oil, and I also gave her some oil for home care. Don't be afraid to sell oil or other related products to your clients if they need them. It's absolutely normal. Well, we wish her a speedy recovery. This was Aliona with you. Bye-bye and see you next time.